2013 Toyota Sienna van in here. Show you a little something that might save your life. If you're driving your vehicle and you see this crap all over your freaking car, you probably want to get your brakes looked at, because that is metal dust. And this guy apparently never heard any noises, and he kept driving the car wondering what the heck that is until it dropped an inboard pad. And see if I can get in here with a light and show you. What it did was it dropped the inboard pad and the piston just pushed right out. You can see it's touching the brake rotor. So he drove this thing until there was nothing left of that pad. I'm going to end up doing front and rear brake pads and rotors to this thing. I'm going to do all of them. Probably a brake flush. Yeah, I'll show you what that's all about. Another simple brake job. I don't know why I'm putting these on the internet, on YouTube, because brakes are stupid easy, and there's always a billion videos on them. But yeah, I could, yeah. If you want to save your life and you see this on your vehicle, you better stop and figure out why. Put a little pan on the floor to catch this fluid. Take a needle nose vice grip or something. You want to crimp this off. Just don't do it really tight, you know, just I can feel it where it's all the way crushed, and I'll just loosen it up just a hair so it's not a lot of pressure. I don't want to damage the hose. This be a 14mm banjo bolt. I'll just flop that out of the way, kinda. Let that dribble. I don't know, I ordered a caliper with this. I don't know if it's going to come with the support bracket or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It probably will. I'm going to take it out in two pieces anyways, because when I bring it to the parts store, if they just give me one and not the other, then I'll just take my other piece. Yeah, I could probably try to pull these pistons back in too, but they're all chewed up, so I'm not even going to bother. I'll just replace it. These are 17s. Nice new fancy rotor. Nice new fancy caliper support bracket. Nice fancy new ceramic pads. Nice new fancy remanufactured caliper. You want to put the lubricant on here on the piston and there. Whenever you buy these two, you want to make sure that these threads are good. You want to make sure that this seat is really nice, because sometimes they're all butchered up. I almost forgot the little spring-a-ling ding things. We're going to pull my pads apart. Oh yeah, they will. I'll hold it together with this for now, because I only got two hands. Okay, now I got to kind of get tricky. I got a washer on this. I got to take off. They gave me a new banjo bolt and two new copper washers, or seals, or whatever you want to call them. They're crushed seals. Now with these, they're kind of hard to get a feel for, but these copper washers, they're made to crush, and you'll feel it crushing. I just go real slow with it until it gets totally flattened out, and just go a little bit more. So you got to kind of get a feel for those things. Pop this open. Open this bleeder. Take off the vice grip. And it should gravity bleed. And after it gravity bleeds, after it starts dripping out of there and all the air's out, what you want to do is close it and then hit the brakes a couple of times, because if there's any air left in the pistons or left anywhere in the caliper itself, just pushing the pistons out and putting pressure in it is going to make it run up to the bleeder and open it up again and just crack it, and you'll see a little bit of air come out of it, and then just close it again. Give that about a minute or two. It'll start coming out of there. I forgot a couple of clips for this. I'm going to close this off for now. I got to take this back apart. There's little clips that go on the brake pads here. These clips here, they snap on here like so. Little anti-rattle jobbies. Looks like all the air's out of it. I'll close it off, and after I'm done with all the brakes, all four corners, I'll pump the pedal up to pull the pistons out, and a little more air will come out of there, and I'll crack the bleeder and let it gravity bleed again. This side's done. Do the same to the other side, and I'm going to do a rear now. 14mm on these. I'm going to bleed out this system, so I'm going to get as much brake fluid out of it as I can right now. See, I'll crack that bleeder a little bit there. I'm going to try to keep it upright, and I already pulled it in quite a bit anyways, but oops. Oh crap, I'm getting that all over my phone. There, I pulled it in all the way. I'll close it off. Get that out of the way. These are 17s. Yeah, you want to make sure these slides work really nice. They do. There's a little rubber plug in the rotor you want to take off and put on the other one. These rotors had a little bit of oil on them, so I cleaned them off with glass cleaner. You just want to make sure there's no material from your rag or your towel stuck to it. Put it back on. Yeah, this rubber plug I put into, there's a slot for it right here. Don't screw that up. Brake jobs are boring. I got new clips. If you don't have new clips and you get cheap pads that got no clips in them, you want to take these off anyways, because there might be a big bunch of rust under here you got to get off. And there is. There usually always is. There always is in this state anyways. It's a little too new to be worrying about a bunch of rust. If you think you need to lubricate these, use dielectric grease or silicone paste. Don't put that brake quiet crap in it that you get with your brake pads. think it's wrong. There. These slide really nice. You want to make sure they slide really good. If you think they're stuck, you gotta figure out why and clean it up. On this, before I put it on, you can see it's a little bubbly. You want to try to burp that. Try not to wreck it, but just push it in there. Get the air out. There. Put this stuff on it. Disc brake quiet. There it is, a brake job. Ooh.